Hi, this is Natalie with Central Arkansas Library System, and let's talk about using clay or Play-Doh in your paintings. I think it's just a great way to make things a little bit more three-dimensional. As you can see, my example is a tree. This is a fun concept. You can actually make a scene, or if you want to go abstract, either way is great. Basically, paint your background some kind of fun color or some kind of scene, and then use clay or Play-Doh to create something on top of it. With me, I just did a nice sky blue, and then I use Crayola clay to make this tree, and then I do layers of paint on top of that. For the tree, I started with black, and then I'm doing a few different shades of brown. You have to kind of use a lot of paint because to get that rough texture, I use like a plastic fork and just poked and did all kinds of different. As long as it makes a rough texture, great. You got bark. And then so I started with black, brown, and then a lighter brown. And then I went in with the green, the foliage of the trees. I just used green Play-Doh on the tips of all the branches, and then now you see me painting it. The green Play-Doh just kind of adds like an extra element in the sense that it's coming off of the page. And I just did different layers of green, starting with my darkest, and then I add a little bit of yellow, getting it brighter, and then add a little bit more yellow, and then at the very end, you just see me adding just yellow and letting it blend and mix. Tips about trees is don't make the foliage, don't make it into perfect circles unless you want them to look kind of like Dr. Seuss. But if you want to go for more realistic, try not to do perfect circles. Now between clay and Play-Doh, I do actually recommend Play-Doh better. For me, it's a little bit stronger and it's a lot less messy. With clay, you need to have a little bit of water on the side, and it's a little bit more malleable, and you can use it almost like a glue. And also, to me, it just also breaks easier. So I actually had to glue the tree down using the clay, where the Play-Doh, it actually stuck a little better. Here's, of course, some stills and everything. And you might be thinking, oh, this is too adult. I can't do this. I can't make a tree. Well, it's okay. You can make anything you like. And like I said, you can create a scene, almost like think of it like an art felt board. Here in just a second, you'll see a fish scene. So if your kids really like Finding Nemo, or maybe pick one of their favorite Disney movies, you can paint or print off a scene from one of their favorite films, and then they can just create their own little characters on top of that. So it makes it more interactive. Like here in just a second, here's a little fish for you. And so I just painted this nice kind of ocean blue with different shades of blues, and then I made some seaweed and a little fish. For one of the abstract painting, I just made some roses. This was some old painting I taught a few classes ago, so I just did some roses on top of that. So really, you can just make anything and it all works. All right, for any questions, put them in the comments. Bye.